Fun fact, Mount Channing has been to all 50 North Americans held here in Louisville, Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our judges today, Mr. P.J. Butler and Chan Phillips. First call, Class 10, Santa Gertrudis. This is your first call, Class 10, Santa Gertrudis.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and firstly, just thank you again to the North American International Livestock Exposition for inviting me to be a part of this amazing event, and congratulations on your 50-year anniversary. That is no mean feat in the livestock world today, and especially when it comes to cattle shows and livestock expositions. Also, thank you to the Santa Gertrudis breeders for allowing me to sort your cattle and evaluate your livestock, and for entrusting me with this microphone and allowing me to express some of my philosophies this morning. Before I discuss any of these heifers in any detail, I'd like to just share three brief philosophies of what I'll be looking for today. I will be looking for cattle that can eat, walk, and reproduce. And then secondly, I'll be focusing on the four most important economic traits in a cattle operation. So those include fertility, longevity, functional efficiency, adaptability. You'll notice I didn't mention milk, muscle, marbling, or growth. As important as those traits are, they're actually irrelevant if we don't first focus on those aforementioned fundamental traits. Then I believe that quality livestock come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. It's very easy to make big ones and little ones, red ones, black ones, white ones. It's easy to make big ones and small ones too. The art of breeding lies in making good cattle, and you've given me the job today to decide what I think is a good one, and your job as exhibitors and breeders around the ring is to decide whether my good one fits your objectives, your resources, and most importantly, your environment. Our class winner who excused herself early, she's a good one. She's an outstanding heifer. I like her early maturity pattern. I like her high inherent body condition. She's feminine, she's maternal. She's got some mass and muscle too, and she's sound on good feet and legs. Just a really complete tropically adapted heifer. Our second place female is very similar in type and kind. She's big ribbed, she's deep bodied, she's flexible through her shoulder as she moves. She's feminine enough through her neck, head, and into her shoulder. She's well muscled over her top, hip, and rump. She could be freed up a little bit in her hind legs, especially give her slightly more angle on her hock, but a really, really good female that's practical and industry relevant. Our third place female is also a really useful female. I like her ease of fleshing, I like her big rib shape, I like how much forerib she's got. A female that maybe gets a little more restricted on the move, I'd like to see that hind leg move off with a little bit more power and give her a little bit more reach and angle through her shoulder. Closing off the class, a young heifer that's also got a tremendous amount of potential. She's long-bodied, there's a lot of growth and performance in this heifer. She maybe isn't quite as correct in her shoulder and hind leg as some of the females ahead of her, and I'd like to just strengthen her up over her top, give her a little bit more top rib shape. Really nice class to start the day. Congratulations, guys.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I'd like to say it's an honor to be out here in the green shavings on the 50th anniversary of the North American Livestock International, and I'm really looking forward to evaluating the mini Hereford show today. Boy, this first class brought a lot of quality out here today or this morning. The female that I'm going to start the class with is one that I think excels between the two in terms of her completeness, her balance. I like the way she sets on all four corners of her skeletal structure. I think she excels just a little bit when you look at the extension out from the shoulder forward to her jaw compared to the heifer in second. Heifer in second, a little longer spine kind of female. When I look at her from the side profile, I'd just like to see a little more balance in that underline compared to your class winner. Just like to bring her down just a scotch in her flank in comparison to the class winner today.
First call, Class 6 and 7 miniature Herefords. First call, Class 6 and 7 miniature Herefords. Results of Class number 1 of your miniature Hereford Open Show. Your Class 1 winner and also your champion junior heifer calf goes to entry number 1, Mean Jessie Jean, exhibited by Jet Baker. Your reserve champion junior heifer calf goes to entry number 5, CSC Delta, exhibited by Robert Schlegel. Second call, Class 10, Santa Gertrudis. Second call, Class number 10. Results of Class number 2 in your Santa Gertrudis Open Show. In first place, entry number 7, Miss Finney, exhibited by Carly Buggs of Sarcoxie, Missouri. In second place, entry number 6, Lulu, exhibited by Larry Osborne of Berea, Kentucky. In third place, entry number 8, OLC Roxy 33, exhibited by Larry Osborne of Berea, Kentucky. In fourth place, entry number 5, OLC Mary Jane 420, also exhibited by Larry Osborne.
We've got a really good trio of Santa Gertrudis heifers here, and our class winner for me is that heifer that's balanced in terms of being maternal, having a lot of mass and muscle. Tremendous rib shape on this female, but she's still soft enough. I like that high inherent body condition she has. And she moves well through her shoulder. She follows with a powerful hind leg. There's some chest floor and base width in this heifer. And I like that extra bit of skin she's got for tropical adaptability purposes. Our second place female, moderate framed female, but really nicely put together. She's feminine, she's good through her shoulder, she follows with a good hind leg. She doesn't quite have the rib shape and mass of the female ahead of her. And I'd like to maybe give her a little bit more skin for tropically adaptability purposes. Our third place female, she's the long-bodied female in the class. She's the powerfully muscled female in the class. She maybe gets a little forward in her scapula. I'd like to move that shoulder back into her forerib to give her more angle on that shoulder. And as she moves away from me, I'd like her to land those hind feet a little more accurately just for longevity purposes. Really good though in terms of mass and muscle and performance. 3 good females, congratulations.
Results of Class number 3 of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place, entry number 13, 5J's G70S Peach, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina. In second place, entry number 11, RR Cupcake, exhibited by Rodney Smith of LaGrange, Kentucky. In third place, entry number 10, TN Red Lady, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas.
In this second class, it's kind of a 2-horse race, in my opinion, on these top 2 heifers in this particular class. I'm going to go ahead and start with the one that I feel is the most show-ready today, one that carries a little more upper rib shape coming out of that spine. I like the way she puts herself together in terms of balance coming from the flank up into that forerib. she's a little bigger in her bone work. She keeps herself a little more square on the ground when she's on the stance. Just a real complete kind of female to head up the class. High quality female there in second, if you want to go ahead and pull her around. A female that is a long-spined individual. She's a female that, in comparison to the class winner today, could use just a little more bone down low. She could use a little more set to that rear pasture, and in comparison to the class winner today, two nice heifers at the top of the class. Then we get down to the third female, a female that is a long-sided individual. She just needs a little more time. She needs to deepen up in that flank distance coach and see a little more balance from end to end to go against your two class winners today. And then the gentleman's female that ends up the class, just not quite show ready enough today. She needs a little more time, a little more weight to go ahead and compete against the trio in front of her. Nice set of females in this particular class.
Third and final call, Class 10, Santa Gertrudis. Third and final call, Class 10.
Back on the Santa Gertrudis side, and we've got a young female here that I just love for how truly three-dimensional she is. She's got thickness and depth. She's relative to her height. A female that's massive in her center body and deep in her flank. I like the teat size and placement on this heifer. I think she's going to make a really nice udder when she gets into production. She moves very well. She's got a lot of bone, but she moves around well. She's clean jointed, she's soft jointed, a lot of cushion in her pasterns. And I think that's just a high quality heifer. We could maybe take a little bit of crest away from her and smooth her out slightly in her shoulder. But to get that much power, you're probably going to come with some front end as well. Really good female. Congratulations.
First call, Class 14 and 16, Santa Gertrudis. First call, Class 14 and 16. Second call, Class 6 and 7, Miniature Hereford. Second call, Class 6 and 7.
Another single entry on the Santa Gertrudis side, and another high quality single entry. Extremely long bodied from nose to tail. Female that's flexible as she gets around the ring. There's a lot of bone under this female. Good teat size and placement on her too. This female maybe could do with a little bit more forerib and base width and chest floor, but you really like her elegant outline. Just an exquisite Santa Gertrudis heifer. Congratulations.
Results of class number 4 of your open Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 15, Miss Grandview 5121K, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your class winner of class number 5 goes to entry number 16, Miss 777 Bruno 777K5, exhibited by Aaron K. Daniel of Magnolia, Arkansas. This is your second call, Class 14 and 16, Santa Gertrudis. Second call, Class 14 and 16, Santa Gertrudis. Results of class number 2 of your miniature Hereford Open show. In first place, entry number 8, Tay Genie, exhibited by Tessa Taylor. In second place, entry number 10, Autumn's Pride and Joy, exhibited by James Beach. In third place, entry number 9, exhibited by Tricia Oswalt. Fourth place, entry number 7, Albert Ketchler.
In this third class of the Mini Hereford show, boy, four really nice females, and as they go ahead and mature and go on down the road here, this placing can change naturally, but I think the combination female is the one that I'm going to use to go up and head up the class here. Really like this one in terms of her structure. I like the smoothness to her joint. I like the way she sets back at her pastern on all four corners. She also excels the class in terms of the way she handles herself down her spine and out over her tail head set. Really like the upper rib shape and the balance that she has down low in her underline. Young man's female in second here, a female that follows her the most alike in kind, in my opinion. One that also is very good in her spine work. I like the way she's put together with a real attractive hip. In comparison to the female in front of her, gives up just a little bit of rib shape in comparison to the class winner today. Go down to a more moderate frame female here in third, a female that also has a lot of quality to her. If I could change her up today, I think she gives up just a little bit to the two in front of her in terms of length of side, like see a little extra rib in that one as well. But a female that's got a nice silhouette, nice profile, really appreciate that about her. Really a stout top, big hip individual that comes up fourth in this lineup. If I could change her up today compared to the ones in front of her, I'd like to see her a little more balanced in her underline. I'd like to tighten her up just a scotch out of her shoulder with a little more angulation. Nice four females in this particular class.
As we enter our first division championship, I'm sure ringside you've got to appreciate the quality that's been brought to us here. Maybe not massive in numbers, but these are all females that would be competitive at the bigger Santa Gertrudis shows for sure. I think there are two females out here that are very similar in type and kind, and those are the class winners out of class 2 and 3. I like the depth of body and the volume in these females. I like their structural integrity. They've got some extra skin for heat tolerance purposes. They're earlier maturing females, which will be really good for fertility. And they're females that are appropriate in their mature cow size that can be practical and industry relevant. One of them slightly more athletic when you get them on the move, but both of these females are outstanding three-dimensional Santa Gertrudis females. Congratulations again. Excellent, excellent division of cattle.
Third and final call, class 14 and 16, Santa Gertrudis. Third and final call, class 14 and 16. Third and final call, class 6 and 7, miniature Herefords. Third and final call, class 6 and 7. Results of class number 3 in first place, entry number 14, AK Cruella 204, exhibited by Ava Henderson. In second place, entry number 11, Tay Kate, exhibited by Tate Taylor. In third place, entry number 12, BNS Sapphire, exhibited by Max Bear. Fourth place, entry number 15, Adeline Kaufman. First call, class 8 and 9, miniature Herefords. First call, class 8 and 9.
If you would, this time, let's give these exhibitors a nice round of applause in the mini Hereford division. couple of really nice class winners out here in this lineup, as well as the seconds. When I analyze these two class winners, get them back out here in the ring, I really like the stoutness and the middle and internal dimension that the class winner out of Class 1 has here. I like the bone work, like I mentioned earlier. If I'm going to pick on her just a little bit, I would personally like to freshen her up just a scotch in her overall condition today, but a really nice cow prospect there out of Class 1. Get down to Class 2, a female that I think is a little more appropriate in terms of condition today, one that I think excels a little more in terms of length of spine. She's really good from her hooks to her pins. With that said, I'm going to use the young lady right in front of me for your division champion, and we'll go back to the Class 1 for the reserve. Let's give these young people a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, your champion spring heifer calf of your miniature Hereford Open Show goes to entry number 14, AK Cruella 204, exhibited by Ava Henderson. Your reserve champion spring heifer calf goes to entry number 8, Tay Genie, exhibited by Tessa Taylor. Congratulations, your champion heifer calf of your Santa Gertrudis show goes to entry number 15, Miss Grandview 5121K, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your reserve champion heifer calf goes to entry number 13, 5J's G70S Peach, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina.
Again, we've got a trio of heifers with a lot of utility, and there's quality in all three of these females, but the female that wins this class, she's the balanced female. She is maternal. She has mass and enough muscle without being coarse. She's nice and easy fleshing. Very, very good on the move. She's athletic and flexible in her joints, back at the knee, really good in her hock and soft and cushioned in her pasterns. And I like the natural chest floor and base width she's got. Top female. Congratulations. Second place female is nice and easy fleshing and deep-bodied, nice and maternal in her skull and neck, and smooth in her shoulder. And she's flexible enough as she gets around the ring too. She's got width between her pins and at her base. I'd maybe like to give her slightly more angle from hip to pin just for functionality purposes, and maybe just take some of that strength that's in her chest and shoulder and move it back into her flank, but a very, very good female. Congratulations. The long-bodied female in the class, the heavy-muscled female in the class, excuse me, is our third place female. You just got to appreciate that performance and bone and power, but I'd like to change her hormonal balance and get a little bit more estrogen flow in this female. She gets a little masculine and cresty in her neck and head, a little bit more narrow at her base as she moves away from me, but I do appreciate how much power and performance she has.
In this particular class, females wanting to fight the halter just a little bit and shove into the exhibitor, but when she relaxes, this female to me is the most complete one out here in the lineup. I think she represents the best structural soundness from the ground up, and just a real high quality female to head up the class. Then we get up to little differences in terms of types and kinds and frame scores here in 2nd through 4. female in second. I feels like follows the class winner, a most alike in kind. She's one that's very agile on the move. If I could change her up today, I'd like to tighten her up just a scotch out of her shoulder comparison to the class winner, but real nice heifer there. Young lady's female here in third, real long-topped individual, one that's got some width and dimension out over her spine and her hip. With that said, I'd like to see her a little more balanced when you come out of a base of her brisket into her flank there, but a nice heifer in third. Follow up the class with a female that's has got a lot of good to her, just a little plainer in her type and kind. I'd like to see a little more pizzazz and extension from the shoulder forward to compete against the trio in front of her.
We've got two high-quality pairs on the Gertrudis side, and I mean, this maternal breed knows how to raise a big calf, and they're famous worldwide for doing that, and this is evidence as to why that's the reason. The female that wins this class is just a little bit more athletic in terms of the way she uses her shoulder to reach and her hind leg to follow. She's more relaxed in her spine as she moves, and she's really well balanced from her nose to her tail. She's got a bit more base width as she moves away from me, a little bit more chest floor as she comes towards me. To change her, I'd like to suspend that rear udder a little tighter, just get that median suspensory ligament a little bit more appropriate as it ties to the top of her rear udder. But this is an outstanding female. The teat size and placement's good. Nice fore udder attachment. Good car. Congratulations. I love the type and kind of our second place female because she's so easy doing. She's correct in her maturity pattern, really well balanced from the side. She's a little more restricted as she moves. She doesn't quite get out and reach through her shoulder, and she's just struggling a little on her hind legs today. She's a little narrower based, doesn't quite take that powerful hind leg step that the female ahead of her takes. I prefer her udder. I think it's better suspended, and I really like her over her top hip and rump. I'd just like to see a little bit more athleticism in this female. She might have hurt herself before today. I'm not too sure, but that could well be the case.
Results from your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place from Class 10 and also your champion yearling heifer goes to entry number 22, PC Miss Forgotten One, 322K, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. In second place, entry number 20, and your reserve champion goes to WWR 476K, Hannah, exhibited by Carly Bugs of Sarcoxie, Missouri. In third place from class number 10, it goes to entry number 23, OVF Miss Paradigm 11K, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina.
Really nice class from Indian. Heifer, I'm going to use the win class as what I think is a combination female in this class. She's the one that excels out here in terms of width and dimension, but yet stays maternal. Female that has lots of upper rib shape. Really like the structure on this one. When you look at her at the angles at the ground, she stays really square up front. She carries some flex to the pasterns on all four. Just the most complete female in the lineup. One I like in terms of maternal is the female in second. Female, it's got plenty of rib shape. She's got plenty of length of spine. She's a female that, in comparison to your class winner, could use a little more substance of bone. But I do like the way she gets around. I like the cow look that she represents. Just needs to have a little more balance compared to the class winner to go any further in the class. Get down to third place female, one that I think has a lot of good days ahead of her. She's a little greener in her type out here, not as quite as good in terms of her feel out here in this lineup, but one that's really neat in her design, and one that's sure got the structural soundness to go on and have some longevity. If I could change her up today as well, I'd like to see her just sit down in her tail head just a scotch, maybe raise her up in her pin set just a little bit. Female that's getting ready to turn the corner here, real massive, high performance kind of a female. With that said, she's a little plainer in terms of a profile. Wants to get a little quick on the step when you get her in motion. Gets up on her pasture and just a little. I'd like to set her down on her heel just a little bit to go any higher in the class. Little plainer type kind of female coming next in lineup. Just needs to have a little more of a profile and a silhouette to compete with the ones in front of her. And then young ladies, Hereford ends up the class. Sure, a nice kind. Just needs a little more time and a little more balance to go any higher in this class.
Results of class number 5 of your miniature Herefords. In first place, entry number 25, CSC Cora, exhibited by Robert Schlegel. In second place, entry number 26, SBW Best Mini You've Ever Had, exhibited by Deacon James. In third place, entry number 21, McKenna Camp. Fourth place, entry number 22, Jordan Jackson. In fifth place, entry number 23, Payne Meek. And sixth place, entry number 24, Nicola Ossenstein.
Again, two outstanding pairs on the Santa Gertrudis side, and it's a good exercise in evaluating cattle because they're very, very different in type and kind. It's a clash of civilizations. I've gone with a female that's just absolutely impeccable in terms of udder quality, very tightly suspended udder, nice level udder floor, good fore udder attachment into the body wall, really strong in her rear udder as well, nice teat size and placement, and those teats point plumb down. She's exquisite on the profile, just long-bodied and up-headed, really strong as she transitions from her shoulder back into her forerib too, and she's got a surprising amount of chest floor and base width considering how elegant and refined she is. Now she's not quite as strong in her top as the female behind her, and maybe not quite as easy fleshing as the female behind her, but she's doing a tremendous job on that heifer calf in terms of growth and performance, getting that heifer calf grown. And I think just that little bit of udder quality compared to the female ahead of her, and just the way she puts herself together, she needs to win this class. Now, our second place female, I prefer the skin type on this female. She's more tropically adapted. She's got a little bit more surface area in terms of her hide. She is stronger in terms of her spine as well. Compared to the female ahead of her, she maybe just gets a little cresty in her neck, not quite as good in terms of her teat size and placement. But I like this type. I don't like beating cows like this because they're honest, functional, real-world cows. And again, doing a good job on her bull calf. Congratulations, guys.
Results of Class 14 of your Santa Gertrudis Open Show. In first place, entry number 27, BM 190, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina. In second place, entry number 28, Miss Grandview 205 J2, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina. Your Class 16 results. In first place, entry number 33, CLB 2221, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. In second place, entry number 32, Miss Ruthless, exhibited by Carly Buggs of Sarcoxie, Missouri. Second call, Class 8 and 9 Miniature Herefords. Second call, Class 8 and 9 Miniature Herefords.
I really like what the Santa Gertrudis guys do in allowing these pairs to compete in their female show, because this is where the rubber meets the road, and I mean, this is really good evidence of what this breed is capable of. And throughout this morning and later on when we get to the bulls too, I'll be really looking for balance. And what I mean by balance is cattle that are physiologically balanced, so all the body parts fit together appropriately and in the right proportions. I'm going to be looking for a balanced endocrine system where all the glands are functioning correctly and that's expressing itself in the phenotype. Balance of true muscle shape, tone, mass, which is the product which we produce, and then some easy fleshing ability or fat, which is the energy that allows us to produce that product. And then I'm looking for hormonal balance, females that are feminine with some estrogen flow, and then bulls that are masculine with some punch and grunt with a lot of testosterone. We've got a really balanced female that's going to win this division. It's been really impressive seeing the job these cows are doing on their calves. Congratulations to all of you. Very competitive division of cattle.
This particular class, I'm going to go ahead and start with the female that excels out here in terms of structural soundness. I really like that one in terms of her foot shape. I like the way she gets out on the go. She's also the female that excels in terms of length of spine and side, and really has a nice look when you analyze her from the side. Female here in second, a little more compact in her type and kind, but I think that she's complete in terms of her rib shape and her overall balance. If I could change her up today, I'd like to see her a little fresh or a little more fresh out of that brisket area, and maybe balance it into her flank just a little bit. But she was a little more, she is a little longer strided when you get her in motion compared to the female here in third. Female in third, one that has tremendous dimension down her top and out over her hip. With that said, she gets a little shorter in her stride when you get her in motion, just like see her a little longer strided to go any higher in the class today. Next female round in the corner here, one that's got some natural rib shape. She'll make a nice cow on down the road. Just needs a little more extension up there, her front 1/3. And then the young lady's heifer that ends up the class, one that's very maternal in her look. If I could change her up today, we get her in motion, I'd like to see her a little more relaxed down her spine in comparison to the females in front of her.
First call, all Santa Gertrudis bulls to the makeup arena. First call, all Santa Gertrudis bulls to the makeup arena. Congratulations to your senior champion, Santa Gertrudis female, goes to entry number 33, CLB 2221, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your reserve champion, senior female, goes to entry number 32, Miss Ruthless, exhibited by Carly Buggs of Sarcoxie, Missouri.
Female that's going to win this class here is pretty dominant between the two, in my opinion. Female, it's very nicely presented out here in the lineup. I really like the maternal in this individual. Really good in terms of her joint shape and the smoothness that she carries there. Love her at the ground in terms of structure. Really like the internal dimension that she represents. Just a nice female to start the class here. Get down to second place female, gives up just a little bit in terms of balance. just doesn't represent as much maternal as the female that heads up the class, nor performance, but two nice females to represent this two-entry class.
So as we get into our female Grand Champion drive on the Santa Gertrudis side, I think let's just start with congratulating these 6 exhibitors on an exceptional standard and quality and just appropriate industry relevant cattle. So let's put our hands together and congratulate them if we can. The Santa Gertrudis breed has really made its mark on several continents around the world. You go to Queensland in Australia or Southern Africa, Cuba, Mexico, Brazil, Paraguay, and obviously the southern and southeastern United States, where they've proven themselves as a maternal option that is tropically adapted, that's heat tolerant, that's insect resistant, and that is maternal. And I think in order to keep the Santa Gertrudis story going, my own opinion is 2 things. Number 1, we've got to keep them maternal. There are other terminal breeds out there that can do that job, and they do it really well. And the second thing is we've got to keep them tropically adapted and keep that skin on them and allow them to flourish in the tropics and subtropics. These cattle are the type that can do that. They're earlier maturing maybe than some other cattle that might do well in shows. They're easier fleshing perhaps than some cattle that might do well in shows. But I do believe that they're profit-driven, high-quality animals. We've got 2 out here that are very similar in type and kind, 2 that match each other in terms of the job they can do within the industry. They're both extremely high-quality individuals. Congratulations again, and I'm looking forward to standing behind these 2 in the pictures later.
Your Class 6 results of your miniature Hereford show: in first place, entry number 46, KLD Ella Louise, exhibited by Amelia Cragen. In second place, entry number 28, AHF Phoebe, exhibited by Robert Schlegel. Third place, entry number 30, QM Princess Sophia, exhibited by Garrett Floor. In fourth place, entry number 27, August Brockhaus. In fifth place, entry number 29, McKenna Camp. Your Class 7 results: in first place, entry number 31, SBWSS Barry Appealy, exhibited by Connor Neal. In second place, entry number 32, 4 Wiley Jade, exhibited by Paxton Miller.
In this second division here, we got 4 nice class winners and seconds represented out here in this lineup. With that said, it comes down to a 2-horse race for me in this particular division. The female out of the third class is one that I really appreciate, like I mentioned earlier, in terms of length of spine and the way she carries herself with some structural integrity and length of stride. With that said, if I was going to change her once we get her back out here in the lineup, you might give her just a little bit more lower third in comparison to the one behind her, but really nice spine, good hip female with a nice profile there out of the third class. Fourth class here is a female that, boy, I think she's really nice in terms of cow prospect here. One that's got upper rib shape. She carries that nice down into her lower third. She stays very maternal in her look and has plenty of longevity in terms of structure. Class 4 here is going to be your champion. Class 3 your reserve. Let's give these exhibitors a nice round of applause in this division.
Third and final call, all Santa Gertrudis bulls to the makeup arena. Third and final call, all Santa Gertrudis bulls to the makeup arena. This is your third and final call, Class 8 and 9 miniature Herefords. Third and final call, Class 8 and 9 miniature Herefords. Congratulations, your champion intermediate senior heifer of your miniature Hereford show goes to entry number 31, SBWSS Berry Appealing, exhibited by Connor Neal. Your reserve champion intermediate senior heifer goes to entry number 46, KLD Ella Louise, exhibited by Amelia Cragen.
In this particular class, female that's going to head up this class just overpowers the heifer in second in terms of substance of bone, width and dimension down her top and out over her hip. Really like the upper rib shape and internal dimension, the way she comes into her forerib there. Tremendous cow prospect to start the class. Get down to second place female, one that has some length of spine. She's pretty good at the ground in terms of structure in comparison to the class winner today. She just needs a little more lower third and balance to go any higher in this particular class.
First and second call, class 19, 20, and 21 miniature Herefords. First and second call, class 19, 20, and 21 miniature Herefords.
This is a really nice way to transition into our Santa Gertrudis bull show. And what I like about this bull is his maturity pattern. He's already showing us some masculinity in his crest and head. Good testicle size and shape already for his age. Very practical and manageable sheath. This bull moves really well. He reaches through that shoulder, follows really well with that hind leg. There's enough muscle in this bull. There's a lot of top and hip in him. And I think he's appropriate in his bone. Remember, we're in the beef business. We're not in the ivory business, so we don't need elephant-sized feet and legs to get through and make money in this business. I think we need bone that's just appropriate to the body that's on the animal, and I think this bull does that all really, really well.
Congratulations to your grand champion, Santa Gertrudis female, goes to entry number 15, Miss Grandview 5121K, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your reserve grand champion, Santa Gertrudis female, goes to entry number 13, 5J's G70S Peach, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina. Your best of foal award, congratulations to entry number 13, 5J's G70S Peach, exhibited by Nathan Barlow.
Another really good single entry bull. He has a big full-bodied bull. He's really expansive in his rib cage, deep in his heart and in his flank. A manageable sheath on this bull too, and he's got that masculinity through his head and neck. Got that good forearm on him, and a lot of muscle, a lot of volume and capacity. He is really flexible on his feet and legs too. He's got base width and chest floor. I'd like to give him a little bit more heel depth perhaps, just to strengthen him up in his pasterns, but a really good bull. Congratulations.
Third and final call, class 19, 20, and 21 miniature Herefords. Third and final call, class 19, 20, and 21.
I'm going to go ahead and use the more moderate female in this particular lineup, but the female that represents the most good in terms of balance. Really appreciate the structure and the substance of bone that she has, the balance that she shows me from the side, and the extension she carries up through her front 1/3. Just a real complete, nice package to start the class. Get down to second place female, one that's long in her side profile, has some width and dimension up over top and her hip. If I could change her up today compared to the female that wins the class, give her a little more balance there in her underline, give her a little more shape and curvature to that underline as she goes up against the class winner today. Third place female is one that has got some forerib in her. Just like to see a little more balance, like to see a little more pizzazz to her profile, like to see her carry her spine a little more relaxed when you get her in motion. Gentleman's female, it's in fourth, just gives up a little bit in terms of performance and look, and just needs a little more pizzazz overall in terms of condition to compete against the three females in front of her today.
Over on the Santa Gertrudis side, another good duo of bulls. There's utility in both these bulls. The bull that wins the class, a bit more growth and performance in this bull, tremendous length of body, a bull that moves well on his feet and legs. I'd maybe like to see a little bit more masculinity through his neck and head at this stage, but he's so big-ribbed, he's so full in that forerib, and he's just impeccable in his skeletal integrity. So a really good calf. Congratulations. Our second place bull, I like the maturity pattern of this bull. I like the body type of this bull. He's big in his center body. He's really deep-sided. He's big top. There's lots of muscle in this bull. Just when you get him on the move, I'd like to relax his spine a bit, give him a bit more flexibility through his shoulder, give him a little bit more accuracy and power in that hind leg. Congratulations to both exhibitors. As we look at the bulls in contention for division championship, as you can see today, I've been biasing more towards an earlier maturity pattern, and the reason for that is in our industry, which is a feedlot-based industry in North America, there's certain things that cattle have to do by the age of 18 months, and the heifers need to be bred, bulls need to be working, steers need to be dead. If our cattle are slightly later maturing, they miss the dance. They don't show up on time. So I like keeping that in mind when selecting for a maturity pattern. Also, as we discussed earlier, fertility, which in my opinion is highly heritable. I know there are a lot of academics out there that might strongly disagree with me on that, but it's a survival trait, so it has to be highly heritable. And we can phenotype fertility, and the way you phenotype fertility is a simple algorithm, or it's good, easy arithmetic. It's just hormonal balance plus high inherent body condition equals fertility. So your masculine bulls that are easy fleshing are fertile. Your feminine females that are easy fleshing are fertile. I think we've got a bull out here that does all of that and fulfills those philosophies. A bull that in reserve, slightly different in type and kind, but really good for what he is. Congratulations again to all these exhibitors.
Nice set out here in this lineup. The female up front here is one that I really like once again in terms of her overall balance and makeup and the longevity that she represents in terms of structural soundness, just really complete and functional in her kind. And then you get down to the female behind her there, one that's truly balanced in terms of the way she put down her top and out over her hip. She's got plenty of substance of bone. Might want to see just a little more depth of flank in comparison to her chest compared to the one in front of her today, but a real nice female as well. I'm going to go ahead and use the young man up front here and go right behind him with reserve. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Third and final call, class 19, 20, and 21 miniature Herefords. Third and final call, class 19, 20, and 21. This is your first call, Class 15 and 16, Miniature Herefords. First call, Class 15 and 16.
Everything I just said in that division championship monologue is expressed in the bull in front of us. He's masculine, he's early maturing, he's deep-bodied, he's got a lot of mass and muscle to him, he's sound on good feet and legs, really good testicle size and shape. Now we could suspend those testicles a little higher to make him perfect, tighten up that scrotal neck a little bit, but this is a really good bull, tidy sheathed, he's square through his pins, he's wide at his base and really big over his top. Tremendously well-balanced, good bull. Congratulations.
Single entry in this class. And with that said, a heifer that could stand some more competition here. One that you really have to appreciate were the dimensions she carries all the way through. Tremendous length of spine, stays pretty good out over from her hooks to her pins. Just a real nice single entry to represent this class.
Results of Class 8 of your Miniature Hereford show. In first place, entry number 33, 4 Wiley Cherry on Top, exhibited by 4 Wiley Farm. In second place, entry number 34, KR Miss Red Rose, exhibited by Graham Ormiston. Your Class 9 results. In first place, entry number 36, 4 Wiley CC's Miracle, exhibited by 4 Wiley Farm. In second place, entry number 37, MCC Darby 2K, exhibited by Menden Cattle. In third place, entry number 35, Do It Miss Spot, exhibited by Alec Oswald. In fourth place, entry number 38, Albert Kelchner. Your champion summer senior heifer goes to entry number 33, 4 Wiley Cherry on Top, exhibited by 4 Wiley Farm. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 36, 4 Wiley CC's Miracle, exhibited by 4 Wiley Farm.
As a bull that you like on the profile, he's really strong in his top line, he's clean underneath, a bull that's got that nice balance of mass and muscle and easy fleshing ability. Good head and neck on this polled bull as well, and he's got some true dimension through his chest floor and at his base width. I'd like to maybe strengthen him up in his hind leg a little bit, give him more power as he takes off and lands his foot, and also just change the shape of those hind feet, get those toes a little more evenly made. Good bull though, congratulations.
All 5-star females to the makeup arena. All 5-star females to the makeup arena.
Two good bulls in this division, and they're different types and kinds of bulls. They're different maturity patterns, they're different body types, but they're both really good. I think one thing that we have seen in abundance on the show circuit in the US is that we do like females that are ladylike and feminine, faces like princesses and butts like cooks. Now, in order to get that, you've got to have masculine, rugged bulls with a lot of punch and grunt and testosterone. Pretty bulls don't make pretty daughters. Masculine bulls with a lot of thump in them make pretty daughters, and that's our division champion, the bull directly in front of me. He's a man. And then in reserve, we're going to go with the bull that we've just discussed in class. Really, really good bull. Just not quite the mass and muscle that the bull ahead of him has got.
In this class, female that heads up the class does so quite handily, in my opinion. A female that's just really good down her spine and out over her grow bone and tail head set there. I like the way she shapes off the top of her hip and down into her lower stifle. She's the one that represents the most balance in terms of a profile out here in this particular lineup. Then it gets down a little bit of give and take between second and third. Female in second on the stance, I think, excels in terms of the way she puts herself together in terms of balance. Get her in motion. She's wanting to shove on the halter just a little bit, wants to get outside herself just a scotch and up in her top. Same holds true with female in third. Female in third, when I see this one on the move, I'd just like to see her a little more relaxed out of her spine. Wants to get a little lower out of that shoulder in comparison to the one in front of her. Then we get down to a really big middled individual. It's here in fourth. One I appreciate in terms of efficiency, and one that'll be low maintenance when she goes into production. Kind of works against her out here in the lineup. Like to freshen her up in her condition. Like to see her a little more agile off all four corners when you get her in motion to go any further in this class today.
Results of your Santa Gertrudis Bull Show. Your champion bull calf goes to entry number 40, OLC Jesse James, 223, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina.
Really good lineup of Santa Gertrudis bulls here in our champion drive, and I like the way it's come together. All three of these division championships are masculine, massive, muscular, sound, bulls with good testicles, bulls with really functional sheaths on them, and bulls that have got that strength of spine and that strength over their tops and base width and chest floor as well. I think there are two bulls out here that do that all, and they're balanced, and they've got that physiology that we're looking for, where all those body parts are appropriately fitted together in the right proportions. I think there are a lot of herd sire prospects out here. They're bulls that can add value within their herds and within the Santa Gertrudis breed. Congratulations again. A small show in terms of bull numbers, but really high quality.
Both these females out here in this lineup represent a lot of quality. Appreciate the presentation on both individuals in the lineup. Female up front here is one that just excels in terms of internal dimension. Really like the rib shape in this individual. Where she really gets around the other heifer behind her is at the ground. Really good big foot, female that sets nice at her pasture and hits her stride when she goes in motion. Just represents a lot of good and longevity in terms of structural integrity. Get down to the second place female, a female that is really neat down her top. I really like her down her spine and her tail head set and over that grow bone there. Comes out nice and square out over her hip into her lower stifle. Carries herself with plenty of bone. Where I'd change her today is two things. I'd give her a little more shape to her underline. I'd like to see her with a little more flex to her rear pastern in comparison to your class winner today.
Second call, class 13 and 14, miniature Hereford. Second call, class 13 and 14. This is your first call, class 15, 16, 17, and 18, miniature Herefords. First call, class 15, 16, 17, and 18. All-Star 5 females to the makeup arena. All-Star 5 females to the makeup arena.
a single entry in the produce of dam, but a cow that's doing a tremendous job in terms of making feminine females and masculine bulls. A lot of quality in both these cattle. And in these group classes, we try and match up uniformity of quality and uniformity of type. I think this herd's done a tremendous job of that. Congratulations.
Congratulations, your champion yearling bull of your Santa Gertrudis show goes to entry number 44, Creech 438 over 2, exhibited by Morseview Farm of Mountain Grove, Missouri. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 45, 777 Candyman 17K4, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your senior bull champion goes to entry number 50, 777 Cash, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 51, Morseview Never Before's Dynamite, exhibited by Morseview Farm of Mountain Grove, Missouri. Your grand champion, Santa Gertrudis bull, goes to entry number 50, 777 Cash, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your reserve grand champion, Santa Gertrudis bull, goes to entry number 40, OLC Jesse James 223, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina.
In this division, the female out of the single entry class comes back out in this lineup and sure represents herself well. I think there's a lot of quality in this individual. If I'm going to pick on her just a little bit, I'd like to see her just a little more relaxed out of her spine. I'd like to see a little more substance of bone when you look at her from her rear cannon down to the ground. Female that's in the second class, really smooth in her overall body type. Female that I said earlier excels in terms of being really level down her spine and out over her hip. With that said, you get her back out here in this trio of class winners. She gives up just a little bit in terms of overall look and pizzazz from the side profile, but a nice solid female there in the second class. Then we got down to two-horse race in that last class. Both females very good in their own right. I felt like the class winner excelled in that class in terms of balance and cow and internal dimension, and one of the sounder structured females I've seen up to this point in the show. Just really nice female to win that class. And then we come back with another highly quality female. It's in second to her. If I'm going to pick on her just a little bit, I'd like to see her a little more relaxed off her rear leg. With that said, I think she trumps some of the others out here in terms of overall quality and dimension and overall mass. I'm going to go ahead and use the females out of this last class for your champion and reserve. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Results from your miniature Hereford Open Show. In first place from Class 10 goes to entry number 39, THF Blossom Ray 217, exhibited by Johnny King. Your Class 11 results. In first place, entry number 41, SS Miss Wendy W, exhibited by Deacon James. Second place, entry number 40, MFR Miss Big Nose Cade, exhibited by Daniel Lloyd. In third place, entry number 43, CX3 Miss Area 146, exhibited by Lane Wetzel. Fourth place, entry number 42, James E. Johnson. Your Class 12 results. In first place, entry number 45, Ella 701E Kit Kat 2002, exhibited by Holly Schaefer. In second place, entry number 44, SS Miss Hallie Jean, exhibited by Connor Neal. Your champion spring senior heifer of your miniature Hereford show goes to entry number 45, Ella 701E Kit Kat 2002, exhibited by Holly Schaefer. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 44, SS Miss Hallie Jean, exhibited by Connor Neal.
We have a single entry in division out here in this particular class. A female that is just super big over her top and her hip. Female carries herself with a lot of bone and power from that standpoint. Going to change her up today. Maybe make her just a scotch more agile when you get her in motion, but a real massive, high-performing kind of female to represent this single entry class and division.
Second call, class 15, 16, 17, and 18 miniature Herefords. Second call, class 15, 16, 17, and 18. Results of Class 13 of your miniature Hereford show. Your champion senior yearling heifer and Class 13 winner goes to entry number 47, LGO Jessica 922J, exhibited by Graham Ormiston. Now entering the miniature Hereford ring is a selection of your grand champion heifer. All-Star 5 bulls to the makeup arena. All-Star 5 bulls to the makeup arena. Third and final call, class 15, 16, 17, and 18 miniature Herefords. Third and final call, class 15, 16, 17, and 18.
We've got a very nice class of star 5 females here, and the black female for me is the balanced female. She's maternal, massive, she's got enough muscle, but she's also easy fleshing. She's extremely athletic on her feet and legs, a lot of chest, floor, and base width to her. And I just like that combination of mass and maternal, and that beautiful picture she has from the side profile. Long relative to her height, but not too much of anything, more than enough of everything. Second place female is more powerful. She's got a lot more growth and performance. She's also not quite as tidy through her shoulder and neck as the female ahead of her. But why she's second is she does all the fundamentals right. She's good on her feet and legs. She's really good in terms of teat size and placement, really strong over her top, but still relaxed in her spine. Tremendous rib shape and internal dimension. I like our third place female a lot too. Extremely feminine, well balanced, nice maturity pattern on this female. She's deep-sided and soft-flanked. Female that's really good through her shoulder. I'd like to maybe give her a little bit more angle on her hock for her to stand higher, but I like the natural thickness she's got to go with that refinement up front. The next heifer is really good to me too. I like her depth of body, ease of fleshing, strength of top. She maybe just gets a little strong and forward in her shoulder, a little cresty in her neck for this stage, but in terms of foot and leg structure, athleticism, she's awesome. A huge growth and power, mass and muscle female that comes next. I just love that rib shape and softness, ease of fleshing that she's got. Reason I've got her where she is she's got interdigital growths between her front toes, and then when you get behind her, she's a little more narrow at her base than she needs to be when you look at how much body and volume and capacity she's got. But in terms of just overall power and thump, you just love that calf. Really refined female that comes next. This black heifer, when she stands, she's up in the top 2 in the class because she's just so good in terms of combining that maternal, that mass and some muscle. A good hind leg on her, and she reaches through her shoulder too. The reason she is where she is she gets a little upright in her spine, and I'd like to just relax her in that spine as she moves for her to stand higher. I don't know if she's having an off day, because if she can relax her spine, she's going to be extremely competitive. And then closing off the class, a female that you love on the stand because of the quality she's got, that femininity she's got, the maternal she's got, some rib shape she has. Compared to the heifers ahead of her though, she gets a little straight-shouldered and a little rigid of her hind legs. Really good class of females. Congratulations.
At this time, if you would join me in the mini Hereford ring, and let's give these female exhibitors a very nice round of applause. I'm not going to go back through and talk in each and every one of these and have all that repetition, but it's pretty simple. My philosophy is when I'm evaluating cattle, I start at the ground and I try to make sure that I have enough rib shape and internal dimension to represent some efficiency and make those cattle go out and be low cost when they become cows in production. And naturally, we're in the green shavings here in the show ring environment and try to put a nice look in terms of the side silhouette on them as well. There's a couple females out here that I think are pretty close in their placing. I think one of them gets it done a little better for me in terms of their overall look from the side. But really nice set of divisions out here in reserves. I thoroughly enjoyed doing your national female show today. Let's give them one more round of applause, and I'll select you a champion in reserve.
Congratulations, your grand champion, miniature Hereford heifer goes to entry number 31, SBWSS Very Appealing, exhibited by Connor Neal. In your reserve grand champion, miniature Hereford heifer goes to entry number 45, Ella 71E Kit Kat 2002, exhibited by Holly Schaefer.
We've got an incredibly good single entry pair on the Star 5 side in the Santa Gertrudis show, and what I love about this female is she's strong, she's dense, she's got meat and muscle, she's easy fleshing, but she's also got that impeccable udder under her, really well suspended udder, nice teat size and placement, good fore udder on her, and really well balanced quarters and well defined quarters. And she's doing a good job on her little heifer calf. A female too that when you get on the move, she just reaches really well, she's good in her hind leg. True dimensional too, she's got some chest, floor and base width to her. Outstanding pair of cattle, congratulations.
Results of your Star 5 female show: in first place, entry number 62, Copperhead's Misassignment, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. In second place, entry number 64, HCC Lola K5, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. In third place, entry number 60, 5J's 2100, exhibited by Nathan Barlow of Lenoir, North Carolina. Fourth place, entry number 57, Carly Buggs. Fifth place, entry number 63, Carly Buggs. In sixth place, entry number 65, Callie DeRosset. In seventh place, entry number 61, Nathan Barlow.
Got a single entry in this class, but a nice young female going into production here, doing a great job with a young calf behind her. Calf's really got a nice look to it, going to have a nice future ahead of it on down the road. Appreciate the udder quality and the teat placement on this young female. Just a real nice pair to represent this single entry class.
When people see the backdrop pictures of the Star 5 show, they might be excused for thinking there might have been 100 or 200 females in this show because of the quality of our champion in reserve today. I just think these are tremendously functional, practical, industry-appropriate females. They're gorgeous in their phenotype, but they're also really appropriate for the beef industry today and being good, strong maternal cows. Congratulations to the exhibitors in the Star 5 show. Obviously there was big diversity in type, but the quality was outstanding. Congratulations.
Your Class 50 results of your Star 5 females: in first place, entry number 67, MV Maggie May, exhibited by Morseview Farm of Mountain Grove, Missouri. Congratulations to your grand champion. Star 5 female goes to entry number 62, Copperhead's Misassignment, exhibited by Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Your reserve grand champion female goes to entry number 67, MV Maggie May, exhibited by Morseview Farm of Mountain Grove, Missouri.
We just have one entry in this pair show here. Both heifers complements each other, both high quality females. A pair that could definitely stand some more competition out here today. Congratulations to these young exhibitors.
We'd also like to wish a happy 11th birthday to Olivia Leeser, your District 6 princess of your Santa Gertrudis breed. Happy birthday, Olivia. And your champion pair of females here in your miniature Hereford show goes to entry number 8 and 11, exhibited by Tate Taylor.
In this first class of bull calves, this trio, the calf comes up front here is the one that outperforms the rest of them in terms of shape down his top and out over his hip. Got a tremendous lower stifle. Puts all that together with a pretty nice profile from the side. Another nice high profiling calf would be in second. A calf that I really like in terms of extension from the point of that shoulder up to his jaw. Just needs a little more time to come up and compete against the one in front of him today, but a calf that's got a very bright future ahead of him. Then we end up the class with a calf that's got some bone work, one that has some extension up front, just needs a little more time and performance to compete against the two in front of him in this particular class.
In our Star 5 Bull Show Grand Champion class, we've got two bulls that have got a lot of quality. What I like about both these bulls is they're masculine, there's muscle in these cattle, there's a lot of rib shape and depth of body, and both of these bulls are the right maturity pattern. They're going to be the right size when they come to be mature bulls, and I like the body type in these bulls. Now, the solid red bull, I'd like to maybe change up the shape of his hock. He's got some swelling on his hocks already, so if we could just give him a little bit more angle and cleanliness in those joints, a little bit more flexibility there, that would stand him in good stead. I love this bull's head. I love his neck. I love his shoulder. He's truly masculine, and he's got there at the right stage and age. The bull behind him, the motley face bull, also got that masculine head and neck. A bull that's cleaner in his joints, more flexible in his joints, but a little shallow in his heel and a little squishy in his pastern. I'd like to strengthen him up a little bit in that rear pastern. So in terms of utility, in terms of type, I really like both these bulls. In terms of longevity and cleanliness of joints, I'm going to need to go the Motley Face bull to win the show, and our reserve will be the solid red bull. Congratulations to both exhibitors. As we close off the show, I just want to thank the Santa Gertrudis breeders again for the opportunity you've given me to sort through your livestock. I've had a tremendous time. Thank you to the North American International Livestock Exposition for allowing me to be a part of this event. Just a tremendous venue, tremendous history, and I appreciate it and will cherish it. Thank you.
In the final results of your Santa Gertrudis show of your Star 5 Bulls, your Grand Champion Star 5 Bull goes to entry number 69, Morseview Rip, exhibited by Morseview Farm of Mountain Grove, Missouri. In second place, and also your reserve Grand Champion Star 5 Bull goes to entry number 68, DK Salty Chupacabra, exhibited by Creighton Cummings of Batesville, Arkansas.
This particular lineup, I'm going to go with the bull calf that excels out here in terms of side silhouette. Really appreciate the length of spine that he has. He's a bull that excels in terms of width and dimension down his top and out over his hip and down into his lower quarter. Really smooth in his joint, really long in his side. Going to pick on him a little bit. You might want to see him a little more set back at that rear pastern, but same holds true with the second and third behind him. Second place bull is a little deeper bodied than the one in third, a bull that shows a little more performance to me today. If I could change him up today compared to the class winner, he wants to get a little shorter fronted from the point of that shoulder forward in comparison to your class winner, but a nice big ribbed, easy doing kind of bull there in second. Third place calf's not quite as ready today, but one that has a lot of good to him. Not wanting to respond as well off the halter today. Puts him down a little lower out of his pin set to his jump muscle today. Just like to see him a little square hip compared to the two bulls in front of him in this class.
And congratulations, your premier exhibitor award of your Santa Gertrudis show goes to Daryl Pitchford of Eustis, Texas. Once again, congratulations to all of our Santa Gertrudis exhibitors today. And thank you for joining us for the 50th anniversary here of the North American.
These two bulls sort out pretty easy for me when I study them at the ground as the exhibitors lead them across the ring. Bull up front, just really nice in terms of his structure from the ground up. Really like the length of stride that he has compared to the bull in second. Bull in second, big top, big hipped individual. With that said, I'd like to see a little more flex off his rear leg. I'd like to raise his pin set up just a little bit in his hip. Two nice bulls to represent this class.
Results of class number 16 of your miniature Hereford Bull Show. In first place, and also your champion junior bull calf, goes to entry number 55, CSC Duke, exhibited by Robert Schlegel. In second place, and also your reserve champion junior bull calf, goes to entry number 53, HL John L1, exhibited by Carissa King. Third place, entry number 52, MFR Guns Ablazing 5L, exhibited by Daniel Lloyd. Third and final call, class 19, 20, and 21 miniature Herefords. Third and final call, class 19, 20, and 21 miniature Herefords.
Really a massive individual to represent this class. Tremendous dimension all the way through, all the way down his top. If I'm going to change him today with all that mass, I'd like to refine him just a little bit out of his shoulder. I'd like to see him a little more attractive out of his hip, but a real big bone, stout, rugged kind of bull to represent this single entry class.
Results of class 17 of your miniature Hereford Bull Show. Your class winner and also your champion spring bull calf goes to entry number 60, TG4 Rocky, exhibited by Ava Henderson. Your reserve champion spring bull calf and second in place in class 17 goes to entry number 59, NF Bodacious, exhibited by James Beach. Third place goes to entry number 58, Maddie Floor. Your class 18 results and also your champion intermediate senior bull goes to entry number 56, Lightning McQueen, exhibited by Deacon James.
Really a long-sided bull here, one that has lots of extension up through his front 1/3. If I could change this bull up today with all the length of body that he represents, I'd like to see him with a little more bone there in his cannon. I'd like to see him a little deeper out of that flank with a little more shape up into his forerib, but real long-sided individual to represent this single entry class as well.
Additional results from class 18 of your miniature Hereford Bull Show. Your reserve champion intermediate senior bull goes to entry number 61, T4 Lowrider, exhibited by Chloe Thomas. Your class 19 results and also your champion summer senior bull goes to entry number 62, MMR Prince Louis 162K, exhibited by Jet Baker. Your class 20 results in first place and also your champion spring senior bull goes to entry number 63, RR Loci, exhibited by Kimberly Osenstein. Miniature Hereford Bull entry number 65 to the makeup arena. Miniature Hereford Bull entry number 65 to the makeup arena immediately.
Single entry here that could definitely stand some more competition. High quality bull here that represents mass and stoutness down his top and his hip. He has plenty of substance of bone. He carries himself on a big foot. Very agile as he gets about the ring when you put him in motion. Nice bull to represent this class.
First call, class 23, 24, 25, and 26 miniature Herefords. First call, class 23, 24, 25, and 26. Second call, class 23, 24, 25, and 26. Second call, class 23, 24, 25, and 26 of your miniature Herefords. Third and final call in Class 23, 24, 25, and 26 miniature Herefords. Third and final call, Class 23, 24, 25, and 26.
At this time, if you would join me over here in the mini Hereford Bull Show, and let's give these breeders and exhibitors a nice round of applause. This morning I was looking through Facebook, and the lady that judged the Charolais show here earlier in the week, Jeremy, she posted on there that 40 years ago, she came up here as a kid with the group from LSU and was a participant at the North American at that year. And with that said, she made the comment in her post that it's good for young people to dream, because 40 years later, Laramie's not only a kid that was probably green behind the ears, but she judged shows many times at this show, but not only here, she's judged a lot of shows internationally, and I can relate to that. My parents brought me here at the first North American in 1974, and we brought a bobtail steer by the name of Bobby that I had broke to ride, and we brought him up here in 1974, and we didn't know what we were doing, and we stood pretty much at the bottom of the class. And I tell people, years later, I've had the opportunity to exhibit some pretty nice cattle at this show and many others, and able to have champion a few times. And what I tell young people all the time is always look at who's around you and who's doing good and try to learn from them, because if you'll dream, you can achieve your accomplishments. And I think that's the neat thing about what we do in this industry. I think that it's a very special place here in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's awesome to be here 50 years after the introduction of this show from the Chicago International. It didn't happen on its own. There was very instrumental people that helped get this show started years ago, and it's only appropriate that what's getting ready to happen here a little later today in the Supreme Drive will be in our honor. Jack Ragsdale, Bob Hall, Harold Workman, all those guys are instrumental in getting this show going and keeping it going, and it's people like them and the state legislators and ones like that we need to thank. It's a very special, and just wanted to kind of comment on that, to kind of tell the young people and just the importance of events like this. With that said, it was a great opportunity for me to be called this morning and judge your national show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to congratulate your exhibitors. Let's give everybody a nice round of applause, and I'll select your champion in reserve.
Congratulations, your grand champion miniature Hereford bull goes to entry number 64, and also your champion 2-year-old bull, KLD Mr. Worldwide, 916J, exhibited by Wyatt Knotts. And congratulations to your reserve grand champion miniature Hereford bull. Goes to entry number 60, TG4 Rocky, exhibited by Ava Henderson.
We got a single entry to start the prospect show off with. A calf that has got some good to it in terms of structure. Going to be fine that way moving forward. Just needs a little more time, a little more presentation to be competitive in a bigger circle here. But a nice youthful kind of calf to start this first class out with.
Once again, all miniature Hereford steers to the makeup arena. All miniature Hereford steers to the makeup arena.
This particular class, I'm going to go with the combination calf to head up this class. One that's show ready today in terms of presentation. Really like him in terms of the way he handles himself down his spine and out over his real attractive hip. He stays wide enough talked. He's got an awesome look from the side, and he represents some structural soundness for the long haul here. Nice prospect to win the class. The one that comes in second to him gets to that point in terms of overall dimension. He's a little bigger topped and bigger hip compared to the calf in third. If I could change him up today, you might range him up just a scotch in his pin set. young lady with calf in third. You just need a little more time here. A lot of good pieces there. Calf, it's really neat and extended up front. Calf, it's going to mature and get a little more mass as it goes. Just not quite as ready as the two in front of him in this particular class. Really a nice individual to start this class with. Boy, sure good to look at from the side and all three-quarter angles there. Really appreciate him in terms of his overall mass. I like the way he's put together at the ground. I like his smoothness of joint. Just a real high-quality individual to win the class. Another nice one here in second. Just gives up a little bit in terms of weight per day of age and overall presentation out here in the lineup, but one that handles himself very good down his spine. He stays good at his joint and smooth there. Just needs a little more time to compete against the class winner today.
Results of Class 23 of your miniature Hereford show. In first place, entry number 69, PRV King Richard, exhibited by Albert Couchler. Your Class 24 results. In first place, entry number 71, Double E Elsa's Christoph, exhibited by Payson Miller. In second place, entry number 6, TBR 28, exhibited by Jordan Chavera. In third place, entry number 70, Maddie Floor.
Get these prospects out here for the overall and just briefly run through the class winners here. The one up front, like I said, just needs a little more time and a little more presentations in terms of fit to come out here against the two behind him. The calf in the second class, I think he has a very nice future ahead of him. Like I said earlier, he represents a lot of good things at the ground, and he's going to be a fun one to feed out and be a very nice project for the long haul. And then we get down to the third class here, a calf. It's just really impressive in terms of the way he's built. He's got a nice profile. He's got plenty of power, but yet he stays functional at the ground and just really nicely presented out here. With that said, I'm going to go with that young man for your champion. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, your champion prospect steer goes to entry number 73, EMP Elvis 46A, exhibited by Deacon James. Your reserve champion prospect steer of your miniature Hereford show goes to entry number 71, Double E Elsa's Christoph, exhibited by Payson Miller.
Small division here in the steer show, but boy, a couple of these are really fun to look at, and I think there's a dominant individual out here. To kind of briefly make a comment about him, the calf up front here represents good structure at the ground. He's got a nice look from the side. Really appreciate his balance. He'll get there in the end. He just needs a little more time probably to get a little more over his top and his hip and down low into his lower third, but a very nice one there from a structural standpoint. Then we get down to the individual here in the middle, just a big top, big hipped individual that stays true down his spine. He stays good at the leg, really like the shape of coming high out of his top into his lower third. He puts all this together with a real nice shoulder and a good front, just a high quality individual there in the middle. And then we get down the end here, a high-performing individual, one that is very good at the ground in terms of structure. Once you get him on the move, he does want to get a little more tight in his top and his stance. So you can see that standing here, wants to shove on the halter a little bit and roach up just a little bit out of his spine. But a nice feeding calf there to represent this third spot out here in the lineup. With that said, let's give this young man a nice round of applause for your champion.
Results of class number 26 of your miniature Herefords. In first place, and your champion market steer goes to entry number 80, BKH Flicka Jiffy, exhibited by Hendrix Wilson. In second place, and your reserve champion market steer goes to entry number 79, 4E Lil Monstrosity, exhibited by Deacon James. In third place, entry number 81, Trenton Havenar.